Hello everyone, it's Marilyn Rivera here with a new video tutorial for 49th and Market. I will show you how I create this beautiful cover album using the new Foundation series album by 49th and Market. It is an structured book with 5 inner pages that you have freedom to create any style that you want in this album. Plus, I'm going to use the new Vintage Artistry Shores collection. I'm showing you here the pages. Look how beautiful is this paper. It is, the good things about this paper, look, the envelope here is that you can use all the borders of the paper. Look, the seahorse. And look, this other, it is beautiful. This collection has, as always, 2 laser cuts. Looks all the shells, and look, this other with this beautiful frame. It is a beautiful collection. And let's get started. I'm going to remove the elastic that the structure book comes with. And the first thing that I take is the height of this album is 10.25, and I just cut by half the 12 by 12, so it is 6 inches by 10.25. And I'm adding tacky glue, and with the spatula I cover all the paper, and I'm going to adhere this to the cover of the album. I'm using now the bond folder. And for the back, I'm going to use a removable adhesive, because I want to mark in the paper, in the back of the paper, with a pencil where I need to make the punch to the 2 tiny holes that has the metal ring on the album. Now once this has the 2 perforations, I'm going to adhere this to the back cover. As you see, I check that everything is in the right position. And with the bond fold, I'm going to secure the rings around the paper, as you see. And this is it. It's ready now. Now, to cover the spine, I take the measure, and I'm going to cut this paper by 3 inches by 10.25. Then I repeat the same. I add the tacky glue, and with the spatula I spread the glue evenly over the paper, and then adhere it to the spine of the structure book. Okay, this part here takes time because it needs to be very attached to the spine, so I am taking my time, making very well the folders, and I'm going to add more adhesive, especially here in these borders, because this structure will open and close many times. Now I'm using the lacy trim. Look how beautiful. I just love this lace, and I'm going to adhere it to the spine. I'm using 3D gloss gel, but you also can use any adhesive for fabric. I don't have any one here right now, so I'm using the medium, the 3D gloss gel, that it is a strong adhesive. And I'm going to place the lace double here in the spine. As you see, I just love how it looks with these papers. It's go perfect with the vintage look that this collection has. And as you see, I am going to add more adhesive or more 3D gloss gel in the borders just to secure. Now I'm trimming off the excess of the lace, and with the bond folder I make a little of pressure just to secure that the gel stick very well to the trimming. As you see, I add a little in all the borders here, more adhesive. It is almost done, as you see. Now I'm going to start to embellish the cover, but first I need to give textures to the cover album, and I'm using this stencil by Prima with modeling paste, and I'm adding these textures around the area that I'm going to place the flowers and the cheesecloth. I don't want to cover the paper, just to add a little of these textures here and there. And I remove a little of them, and it is ready. Once it's dry, and I'm now starting to adhere all the pieces. First the cheesecloth, and now I'm adding this, I don't know how to call this. It is like a wreath or a cord that comes in the flower package, and you can check here some of the flowers that I'm using. They are so beautiful, and I love to combine both colors here for this album. And I'm using some of the leaves and some of the spins that comes in this metal that comes in the packet flowers. Oh, and look, the seahorse. It is so cute. I just adore the seahorse. And I add as a piece of 3D gloss, 3D gloss, no, sorry, the 3D foam tape behind the seahorse, just to add a little of dimension. I'm adding here a piece of crochet. I just want to add different layers of different elements in this album cover here. And now these beautiful white flowers from 49. And I continue here playing with all the embellishment to give like a flow to this fabric here. Like the wind is blows and all the fabrics go in the same direction. So I'm trying to create something like that. Here are the chipboards, the birds, and I add here more a little touch of white with the crochet here behind the seahorse, some of the tiny flowers from 49 and Market. And I think that after I add here, I'm going to adhere everything now. You can see here everything adhered. Look how pretty everything looks. I add the cheesecloth, I add the summer vibes as my title. Everything is dry. You can see how it looks, the spine and the different element, the flowers, the laser cut. Look, the shells here is so pretty. Just love it. And here are the birds that I'm going to adhere at the end. But now I'm going to add some wishing bubbles. I wasn't sure if I'm going to use the gray ones of the peach, but at the end I went with the grays. And I'm going to add some of these pieces behind the leaves to create more textures on the background. Look how pretty the wishing bubbles are. And now I want to add more textures. So I'm going to mix first a mini art stone here with 3D gloss gel. I'm going to combine both and mix well to create this paste with all these textures. I was thinking at this moment to add all the texture here on the background to create like a sand effect on the cover of the album. That's the reason that I mix the mini art stone with the 3D gloss gel. Once I add here the mini art stone, I'm adding the regular art stone over the fabric and over the mini art stone just to create layers of textures. Once this is adhered, I am now adding some pearls. You know how much I love pearls, and I think it gives this lovely effect to all this vintage look of this album. And here is everything dry. And let me tell you that I forgot to add gesso. So I'm adding the gesso now. I'm just adding white gesso just to blend and to soften a little the background. Here's when I add some drops of ivory acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint all the mini art stones on the background just to add the effect of sand on the project. And I'm adding the acrylic paint with a paintbrush on the background, and I continue adding this in around all the area that has the mini art stones. And I'm going to let it dry. Now is that I use the Opal Magic in blue gold color. Look how lovely is this. And I was thinking to add the blue, a little touch of blue on the background here. And I'm painting especially the regular art stone and adding a little of this color on the background paper. Just a little around all this embellishment here. But you will see that at the end, because this paint took a lot of light, it looks more gold. So here's when I decided to stamp a little, and I'm using this stamp with archival and adding a little of depth and a little of, I think, shadows in the area that it looks too gold for me. Once I stamping is that I am giving white paint splatters over all these textures. I just love how this effect smooth all on the background. And you can see how it looks different now once you add the white paint splatter. Now I'm adhered the birds here on the background here of the cover, and it gives a lovely touch, and you can see here how it looks so pretty. Well, my friend, I hope that you enjoyed the video tutorial. Check that I attached some ribbon to the spine, and let me know if you like this video with a thumbs up. And I'm going to show you the first inner space. I hope that you like it, and I see you soon with other video tutorial. Nos vemos, bye bye.